Hi everybody. Good morning. For me, it's good morning. It's 9:30 a.m. here in Niagara, Canada. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmina from Jasmina Brozovic Astrology. Uh, Early morning today. I just wanted to talk about the new moon in Sagittarius that is going to be exact later today. Um, I hope everybody's doing well. We had a rough week uh, behind us, and it's going to all be reflecting in this new moon. Nevertheless, before I start, I just want to wish everybody happy holidays, and I hope you have peaceful holidays filled with love and laughter. And yeah, that's from me. Okay, let's talk about the new moon. So the new moon is happening at 28 degrees at 25 minutes of Sagittarius. It's also on the Galactic Center. So what is the Galactic Center? Just want to briefly tell you about it. So it's a point of interest in our galaxy, the Milky Way. It's kind of like a so think about connections with other galaxies or other part of the universe where we kind of communicate and connect with that part. So many people say that this galactic center is it's a like a, it's like a powerful point, like powerful point that we are can connect with. We can download many information like that come to our consciousness through this portal. So it's like a portal and things are coming. So, because we are having this new moon square to Neptune, I think it's absolutely one thing that you must do this weekend is be in stillness for some time and try to figure out and what is universe trying to tell you, what is your inner body trying to tell you, what is the intuition. Hi Argentum. Yes, you have a new moon in Sagittarius. This is going to be definitely very important for you. So when sometimes in the skies, when the same configuration happen in the sky that we have in our natal chart, it's more important for us in a way. So it's kind of like activating that part of our chart and want us to do something. Okay, so this new moon is happening at 8:43 p.m. Eastern time, so it's going to be already Saturday for Europe and Australia. So everybody who has any placement between 26 and 29 of mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, and even the first degree of cardinal, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries, this is going to be more important to you. I can tell you from my perspective, this is new moon is happening on my IC, the darkest point of my chart, the most private point, but it's triggering parental axis, where I'm coming from, where I'm going. It's definitely, I'm definitely reevaluating my belief system and stuff. And I really want to talk about it today because I think it's really, really important for this new moon. Sagittarius energy is big. It's ruled by Jupiter. So we are doing things in a big way, a big exploration. It's not something that it's happening around you. It's bigger than you. We are trying to find the meaning of life. It's a journey of finding that meaning. And we say the Sagittarius is a sign of philosophers, of priests. It's connected with because it's connected with our belief system, and learning about other belief systems and other cultures as well. It's about being free and having the space to explore. So Sagittarius definitely needs space. It doesn't want to be bundle up in a small space. They need um, they need definitely space to explore the things. It's seeking the things that are beyond our everyday things, right? So um, Sagittarius is actually very enthusiastic and optimistic sign. It's ruled by Jupiter, so there's lots of potential abundance as well. But what I want to focus on this new moon, and I'm going to show the chart later. But before I do, I just want to, I think that this is because the new moon is in Sagittarius at the last degree of Sagittarius, almost 29, 28 degrees. So it's like a powerful critical degree anyway. Um, that we kind of need to finish something up. So when we have this last degree inclinations and we have these new moons at the last degree, uh, for it's going to be like almost like 9 months. We started in September, and they're going to be like there like that until next spring. Don't fence me in, says Argentin. Yes, don't fence Sagittarius in. Um, so why am I talking about this? So so imagine, so we all live in our little space. Okay, when we are born into the one part of the world geographically, in one family, in one society, and mostly our beliefs are kind of we kind of take on the belief system or the things that are happening around us, and we don't, because we don't know anything different. And I think this is very important, that this new moon is telling us that we need to kind of reset this. Um, and we don't question many things that we got from, what we believe in from our parents, from what's happening. Um, Later in life, we kind of question that. So this is the opportunity to question that. Um, I don't. I'm trying to gently say what I want to say without stepping on anybody's toes. But um, I want you guys to all ask yourselves, why do you believe in things that you believe in? Is it something because your parents told you it's the truth? It's something society told you? Or is it something that you learned on your own by exploring and learning and expanding your knowledge? And unfortunately, our belief system is so strong, it's so rooted in us, that it's very hard to change it. It's one of the hardest things to change. Um, it's what we believe in. We can change so many different things in lives, but what we believe in is the hardest. And maybe I'm saying it because I have my ninth house stellium in Gemini, but um, the problem with this is that when we start exploring and learning about the world, and we come to our own conclusions, if they're different from those beliefs that we are grown into, that we are brought up with, we can feel we can feel really we can start doubting ourselves, losing faith in the world, in ourselves, in everything that we know. Everything is kind of shaking and changing. um, why it's important to do so? Because things change, we evolve as humans, and things that were once truth doesn't mean it's truth today. And this is another thing, for it's very important for Aquarius, for Sagittarius. It's the truth, finding the truth. What is the truth? What is the deeper meaning? Why are we here? What is this? What is that? So without stepping to anybody's toes, most wars, I would say even all of the wars that we had through history and today, were fought because of different beliefs. And until we start acknowledging that my truth is not better than yours, that my belief is not better than yours, we're never going to stop fighting. And I think this is the root of all the problems we have as humans, because we are so stuck in our beliefs. We are so stuck in the way things we think that things are, and we are so judgmental of other people's beliefs. We are even dismissing them. We are fighting them. It's like, what is the point of it? It is so negative. So I'm thinking, it is so negative. It doesn't do good to anybody. Thinking, my God is better than your God, or my belief is better than this belief. And, you know, um, I think this new moon, and with all these things that are happening next year, with the Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries, I think this is the seed of a new world where we need to believe in humans and in humanity and in nature. And where we are and our connections to that. And I don't want to sound that I'm preaching, but this is really like I'm very emotional on this, to be honest, um, because many all these wars, all these things that are happening are so stupid. Like actually, it's so stupid. You know. Anyway, I don't want. I just get very emotional because I think it's just ridiculous that we are at this stage. So for this new moon, set intentions. Think about, question your belief system. Be open. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge others. Don't be afraid to change. To say yes, I learned something new and I changed my mind. It is allowed. Okay, it's not something, it's, I know it's very hard because when you change your beliefs or something that the safety that you had from the people that you grew up with or have have the same things as you kind of goes away, and then you feel abandoned, alone. So I just feel that we all should connect on a more human level and say, look, we're all humans. We all are built of the same things. We all need same things: food, shelter, security, and we should base on that, and not on other stuff. I was really contemplating a lot about this, and it's hard. Like for example, you know. Astrology is not a belief system for me. Astrology is a tool. It's a language of understanding our nature, where we end in the universe and where we are, and trying to explain our connections in this, like, on our planet, in our galaxy, right? So just the language that we're trying to translate, that there is try to apply to our everyday life. Anyway, I'm I'm starting to preach. Okay, let me share the chart. I really got emotional because I think it's anyway. So okay, this is the chart of the new moon. So think about, so when you look at the lunar family of this new moon, when everything you plant seed now, the full moon is going to be in June in 2027. So think about in that space and time, what do you want to start now that you want to see fruition in June 2027. The chart I pulled is Aries point chart, so it's not disregard the house systems. I will talk about for each sign later. Let's just see the configuration. First of all, it's a very fiery, mutable moon, because there's a lot of planets in Sagittarius. You can see the new moon is here. They're together. The moon and sun are starting a new cycle. Juno and Venus are very close by, so this suggests that we are starting on a global and on a personal level. It's a great opportunity to start new relationships, romantic, business, but also the ones we want to commit to. Juno is about commitment. So if Venus is about romance, Juno is about commitment. So think about what kind of relationships you want to commit to, because it's in Sagittarius. It could be with other people from other cultures. It's foreigners. It's international. So think big. Okay. Oh, hi, Amina. Let me say hi. Hi. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Oh, it's nice to see you. Excellent. Okay. So that's why this moon is very Sagittarius like. So there is some kind of excitement, enthusiasm about changing the world. That's how I feel it. It's it's about, we want to change the world. We want to you go beyond, to look beyond, to find the meaning. Um, what do we have? What is the most important thing? So I'm looking at the positive things. This is very positive. Mars is also there, although it's already in Capricorn. So giving us some kind of stamina. Mars in Capricorn is very determined, is very persistent. It's a goal getter. It wants results. So we are kind of, and it's out of bounds. So not only the Mars is out of bounds, but the moon is out of bounds. So they are outside of the sun's realm and control. So they're kind of more wild, eccentric, and extreme. So I think we need to be more extreme for this new moon and set our intentions, on more extreme ways. Okay. We also have this new moon squaring Neptune, right? So it's a planet square Neptune. Neptune is the last degree of Pisces, finishing story, and also squares Saturn, but it's stronger with Neptune. And because it's a square, our faith is challenged, but not the faith, just our belief systems that I talked about it before. It's also about faith in ourselves. I think the doubt with Neptune, we can start doubting ourselves, thinking, Saturn is also there. So it's like, oh, I can't do it. It's too hard. I'm not good enough. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. It's you know Saturn is giving us some limitations because Sagittarius wants to go big, over the top. Larger, he's larger than light here, right? But Saturn is telling us keep it real. It needs to be tangible. It needs to be realistic. You need to actually do something about it. So it's not just somewhere out there. So Sagittarius is also very idealistic. Especially with this Neptune square, our ideals can be challenged. What are we truly are aligned with? And I think the confusion also comes because there are so many, as I mentioned before, beliefs. I'm not going to talk about religions, but religion and belief systems are very much connected. Okay, and I definitely agree with Steve Judd when he says if there were no religions in the world, um, there would be no wars. I'm 100% sure about that as well. Um, and so think about, what can we have to start thinking about what is everybody have in common on earth, and we're all humans, and that's the thing. We need to clinch to that. um, so we need to find the courage, because with the Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries in February, we will definitely need to find courage to fight for what we believe in, to go forward. And I just wish that we as humanity align in near future and get on the same path. And I just hope that we find the same path, because this is not sustainable. Um, all these judgments about, oh, you're this, you're that. There's not about, people don't like this anyway. I just when I look at the news, just last week, I don't watch much news, but with all these things that were happening, all this, there's so much hate and resentment and judgment. It's disgusting. I have to be honest. It's so I don't know. I don't have the words for it. Anyway, I really am um, globally. So, but I think, if, as Rick Levine says, if we don't act locally, act locally, think globally. So we need to come from our own. Are we judging? Like, I'm always questioning myself. Am I judging somebody based on whatever? Because I have prejudice as well. We were all brought up with this stuff. I'm fighting my prejudice and my, and trying not to judge people my whole life, because it's terrible. Giving people benefit of a doubt, understanding where they're coming from, although it's different. That the beauty is in this diversity. Imagine you had the same meal every day. Imagine you watch the same movie every day. Imagine everything is the same every day. If we would go crazy. Remember that movie, the Groundhog Day, when he wakes up, every day is the same. He's going crazy. So there is beauty in diversity, in all this stuff that we are so different. We learn from each other. It's so rich. It's beautiful. And anyway, I just love it. So on a more personal level, um, definitely it's opportunity to practice your intuition, to practice listening to your gut. I know, people take this for granted, but it's serious. Like, you have to actually be in stillness and listen. What is your, without having influence from other people, what is your inner voice telling you? And it's very important that you listen to it to make proper decisions for you. Otherwise, so we're not going to be good. Um, what else is happening? So, what else is happening with this new moon? It's ruled by Jupiter in Cancer, which is also pulling us back, and it's retrograde. So there's like some kind of thing that we need to finish up. I'm not saying dismiss everything from the past. There's beauty in tradition. There's beauty in history. I love it. I have Jupiter in Cancer. I think there's so many things you can learn, but um, we need to understand why. When I talk to people, I ask, why do you believe in God? Why are you practicing this religion or not that? Why do you believe in whatever, in stars, or why do you believe in this person? Why do you believe in yourself? You need to understand. You need to question that. The answer, because my parents told me, or this is how it's done in my country, that's not a good answer. That's not a good answer for this new moon, for this new world that it's coming. You need to have a better you have to understand why. So why do you do this? Because does it give you comfort? Does it give you security? Does it give you meaning? You have to go understand for yourself. Not because somebody else told you, not because somebody else does it. No, oh, it's the way it's done in my country. Oh, it's the way it's done in my family. No, that's not good enough. And yeah. Oh, hi. You're welcome. I know. I feel like I'm preaching. Thank you. I feel like I'm preaching today, but I feel that this is so important that we use this new moon um, to 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 start having faith in ourselves, because it's going to be hard. But that's the whole point. You don't grow from easy aspects. You grow from hard aspects. You grow from hardships in your life, not from easy things, because easy, just sometimes easy goes past by, right? Oh, what does it mean? It says, I unknowingly decided to learn more about the world history and cultures. See, perfect. It's great. You can't, many people, or even astrology, many people just dismiss astrology and say, oh, astrology is BS, blah, blah, blah. Why do you think that? Who told you so? Where did you learn it? What do you know about astrology? Like the same thing with everything else. What do you know about this religion or that belief system? Or what, nobody is educated enough, and we are all ignorant and judgmental. All of us. I think part of it as well. That's why I'm trying to learn so much and so many things, right? Um, yeah, so that's what it is. So it's ruled by Jupiter. The good thing is, so Jupiter is pulling us a little bit back in the history, but we need to find those gems. Like even everything that we have today, it was based from the evolution. It started somewhere, right? Somewhere before, so we can still learn from our past and our history. The good thing is that Jupiter is actually trining this Neptune and Saturn, so there is a flowing energy of learning and understanding and taking what is important from the tradition, using our intuition. Okay. Also, uh, what was I going to say? Yeah, so that's like that's a good that's a positive thing, because Jupiter is still a ruler of this new moon, so there's definitely a positive uh, things coming up. Um, what is Amina saying? Is it goes well with the Sag new moon? Yes. Oh yeah. Learning about cultures, absolutely, absolutely. That's absolutely the way to go. Yeah, absolutely. Learn about. It's about also. Do you have an inspiration to travel? Anyway, I'll talk about it more when I talk about for each rising sign. Again, Jupiter is also squaring Chiron exactly. Look, for a few minutes apart. So there is some kind of Chiron is about abandonment issues, and sometimes we don't want to leave our old beliefs, or because we don't want to be abandoned. But you know what Chiron did? He was abandoned by mom, by his mother, by his father. But he found somebody who took him in, that he learned from so much about himself and the world. And although he was still in pain, he was able to not only learn things, but teach others and help others who had the same pain. And this is also a story here, that although we might feel that it's going to hurt us and it's going to be hard, we still need to do it in order to feel fulfilled, happy, to grow as people, to be better humans. Um, there is and a lot of things are about knowledge and learning, and we can stop being ignorant. And we have help from the Galactic Center this time, and we have help from Neptune with using our intuition. So there's gonna be a lot of fears and doubts and losing faith in yourself with this new moon. But I told you now, and now you're aware. And when we raise awareness, then we feel more more prone to understanding which path to take. Okay, so that's it. So I just want to do something different today. I want to show you the dial. So in the dial, I don't want to complicate things. I'll explain later. But you can see this is all together. So Neptune is on the same point as the new moon. So Neptune has huge importance. Okay, and because Neptune is a planet also of our connection with the divinity or with the unconscious or different realms. It's about our dreams. It's about our subconscious. It's about, I think the answers are going to be there. So we need to also explore that part, not just the world around us, but also the world in us and the world that is, subconsciously somewhere. So that's a definite connection. Um, Also, this new moon is on a midpoint in between Juno and Mars, for example. You can see Mars is here, Juno is here, this is in the midpoint. So that tells me there's going to be some action. So the importance of alliances, of partnerships, or finding the tribe that, long-term committed tribe. It's very important. Venus and Saturn also together, they're going to have a exact square on Sunday, which also is going to feel us that we are, feeling low self worth, feeling that we don't deserve being loved. There's a lot of doubt and fear and about many things for this new moon. But Jupiter is trining this Neptune and Saturn, so there's hope. I really want to emphasize this, and there is some kind of energy here that I can't even explain. It's very Neptunian. It's beyond this realm. Okay, Vesta is also involved. So the nodes, so the Vesta here. So this new moon is also the midpoint between Vesta and the nodes. So the nodes are fatal. Always something that is fated or something that is has a major things that are happening in our lives. Vesta is also about our devotion. I feel that Vesta from asteroid Vesta is very similar to Neptune. It's about sacrificing ourselves. It's about for greater good or for others. It's about being devoted. It's about where our home is, where we feel at home in our heart, and it's connected with our beliefs, right? So I always imagine Vesta is waiting at when you have soldiers in war and she's at home having the fire and the food ready, because you never every day, and because she never knows when the soldiers are coming but she's still having that ready every day, having faith they will come back. So that's kind of a thing. It's a lot about faith, this new moon as well. So I also want to show you where will it happen in the world. Um, let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is a new moon on the world map. It's called astrocartography, and there's many lines, but let's focus. So see, there's Neptune is aligned with this new moon. So if you are living somewhere here in Australia on the Brisbane, Sydney, so side, this is going to affect you more, just because you're in a place where this new moon is happening. So that's very interesting. So this is where it is. Venus Saturn square is also around Melbourne, and we had this situation in Australia last weekend. Australia is very activated with this new moon and with this square. So if you happen to be there, have that in mind. I talked about Chiron and Jupiter square, and it's going through Mexico here, and see, and this part of United States. I think this is Utah, Northwest. So there's the New Mexico. So I'm wondering what kind of things will happen there as well for this new moon. I'm just curious. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to show you how you can track this this on the world map. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm just going to now start doing this for all 12 signs. So just take a drink. If you have any questions, let me know, please. Look at my bear mug, my Christmas bear mug. Oh, Asia? You want me to look at Asia? Okay. Uh, did I? Did we look at Asia? Okay, let me share the map again. Let me see. Where is it? Let me share the screen. Okay. So Asia here. So what is happening in Asia at the moment? So Pluto line is going through Jakarta, Indonesia. But Pluto is not making any aspects. So um, Vesta and Jupiter are here going through Calcutta, China here. So that's very hopeful. I like that. See, Venus, Juno are here going to Delhi, India, Kazakhstan here. So I wonder if there's going to be some kind of agreements happening around India and China here. That's how you can look at it. But it doesn't look bad for Asia. I don't see it. I think Australia is more impacted, and I think Mexico is part of US. Okay, that's what I feel. See, Chiron, midheaven. We don't want to look at midheaven because we are. This is like a. I'm showing the chart for the zero Aries. It's like a world chart. It's not for any particular place. But so that's why it shows here. Anyway, I don't think Asia is much affected. I think it's mostly Australia. Okay. Yeah, not yet. Yeah, well, for this new moon at least. Okay. Okay, so let me. Where was I? Okay. It's very complicated. You have so many screens. See? Now I lost the other screen. Where is the other one? Oh boy. Oh, there it is. There's the other one. Okay. Let me share my wheel, and I want to always thank LSA for giving me this wheel to use. I love this wheel. Okay, so I'm gonna also pull an oracle card for each sign, and I'm using today these cards, Oracle of the Celestial Deities. This is from Li Tao Wang. He's going to be my guest in January. He's going to talk about the Chinese New Year in Horse, a year that is coming up. And if you want to check, we already collaborated on last 2 years of the new Chinese, and I love Li Tang and his cards and his insights. Please follow him as well on YouTube and Instagram. He's really amazing, and his cards are great. Okay, so let's go. So let's see, where is this happening for Aries? In the ninth house. So they're gonna definitely feel this. I'm gonna pull the ruler of the chart. I'm not gonna do all the aspects because we talked about it already. I just want to talk about this new moon and what can you do without it. So in the concept of losing faith in yourself, having doubts, questioning your beliefs, and this is an opportunity to reset that. This is definitely going to be very important for Aries. Mars is out of bounds, so it's more extreme, more crazy. So they're going to feel that they want to act without thinking, or more rebellious. Okay, so and yeah. They're going to feel it more about. Moon is also out of bounds, so our emotions. So imagine you kind of, I think you're going to be all a little bit out of control, and our emotion. So if you're driven by your emotions in a situation, like Aries can be very driven by the emotion. If somebody provokes them, or if somebody tells them something they don't want to hear, they can react more assertively, let's say, and this can happen especially, although Mars in Capricorn is a good Mars. It's a grounded, but because it's out of bounds and because it's wild, I think it's not going to be as easy as we think. Okay, So Aries, this is opportunity for you to reset your beliefs. The ninth house is actually, they say it's one of the best houses in the whole wheel, right? In the whole horoscope wheel, because it's a house of God, let's say, because it's a of some kind of protection. Because Jupiter is the ruling of Sagittarius naturally, so Jupiter is also a protector. So feeling that you are protected, and I understand why we believe in many different things. We need to believe in something that is higher than us, that we feel that we can manage everyday life easier if we can lean on something or some kind of belief. So I understand that concept. It's just it's about wars between those concepts that piss me off, to be honest. So Aries, this is a great opportunity. It's also, it's about higher learning, finding the meaning, traveling, like literally traveling abroad. So if you want to set intentions, if you want to do some long distance travel, or if you want to go to do the PhD, or if you want to just align everyday stuff that you want to achieve with your beliefs, this is a great opportunity. Jupiter is ruling this from it's in conjunct with this new moon, right? So it's not the best position from Cancer here from the fourth house. So there is a sense that something is pulling you back, your family obligations, your roots, your beliefs that you have on your family. Are pulling you back a little bit, so it's time to break free from that. And it's okay if you still want to stay with it, if you really believe it. But remember what I said, we need to ask ourselves, why do we believe in things that we do? That's the number one question here. And then you can reset yourself. The confusion, and there is a lot of unconscious things that are happening here with Neptune and Saturn, the last degree in Pisces here. So definitely tune in with your, you can forget your think your spiritual side. I'm going to say it's spiritual, but you're like, let's say your inner side. You're very physical. You're very active physically. You're very driven, but then you forget that there's other side of you that you need to kind of look into to find answers. So that would be my thing. Mars is in the 10th house, so it's a lot of things happening where it's very visible. So maybe a lot of things that might happen from outside of you, or from the external world and society and people, that some opportunities. I think there can be lots of opportunities as well here. Just don't lose faith in yourself, or doubt yourself. You can do it. There you go. I pulled Medusa for you. See, it says fear, reflection, and the wish to survive. So Medusa's story is a sad one, but I'm not going to go into details. But think about. So this is what I said. This is, you are usually on a survival mode. You're always reacting. You feel like you have to. You always feel that somebody's attacking you. So in this sense, you also have this feeling, oh, somebody's attacking your beliefs, you want to defend them. Don't. That's what I'm saying. Just don't. Let others have their own beliefs. You stick to your own. And find another way, kind of, to reflect. Like there's some inner reflection with Saturn and Neptune in the 12th house, some inner reflection that will help you cope with your fears and doubts, and that you can approach new adventures with more assertiveness instead of and not aggressiveness. Okay, so that is Aries. That's what I have for you. Okay, good luck. Taurus. I always say I'm going to be quick, and then I never am. But I don't want to waste. Okay, so Taurus, you are ruled by Venus, and Venus is also. I'm going to put Juno here because it's so cute that everybody's together here in the 8th house for you, Taurus. There is a deep transformative energy for you for this new moon. 8th house. It can be also about family trauma and crisis as well, coming from family situations. eighth house, it could be about your beliefs about money and values. So think about what do you oh, actually I want to read this for you. I just wrote it down the other day. I think this is great. I just remembered. Think of ask yourself these questions, because it's a philosophical new moon. So what does money mean to you? This is very philosophical question in the money house with the new moon. What are your beliefs, hopes, and fears around money? So think about that. And what do you see as money's role in society? And those are three great questions you can ask yourself and set intentions based on that. That's basically what it is. And to be honest, Venus is in a good position in Sagittarius with Juno there. So this can also tell me that there's opportunity for some partnerships, contracts with from other for other people to give you their money. It's in the house of other people's money. So maybe you can get some money, long-term, stable money from government, banks, institutions, your partners. It's happening in the eighth house, but I think it's a on a philosophical level, because this new moon is definitely about your attitudes towards money. What does money mean to you in life? Oh, Amina says, I like how it's matching with my current thoughts of money. There you go. No, I'm just, thank you for your feedback. Yeah, I'm just thinking, because it's a very philosophical new moon, and I want to approach this in a more philosophical a way to restart questioning why beliefs. Like, why do I believe in this? So depending on which house the new moon is, we can talk about it. So Taurus, this is for you. Okay. Oh, I pulled Neptune. Dream, illusion, and the wish to flow. So because you are very grounded sign, and because you are very tangible and you think about tangible things is happening in a money house as well, in a very tangible house, don't forget to nurture the intuitive side of you as well. Okay. uh, Neptune is squaring this, so you might feel Saturn is also squaring Venus exactly. So I think for all the signs, you're gonna be maybe feeling the low self-esteem, self worth, or you might be questioning what is your worth and what is your value in life. Like, I think you're gonna question that. So um, don't uh, don't get discouraged. Don't lose hope. It's very important we hold on to hope, and dream big. Dream big. What do you want to achieve? With money. Why do you need money? What dreams do you want to accomplish? What do you want to say it? Lean onto Neptune. Neptune is the last degree of Pisces, in your 11th house of communities and tribes and people who think the same way. It's also about aspirations and hopes for the future. That's where Neptune is in your horoscope. So, do you need money for all your aspirations, and or maybe you don't? Think about it as well. Capt Fabian. Someone's opinions of you does not have to become your reality. We are the author of our own story. Beautifully said. Thank you very much for that. That's beautiful, especially with the Sagittarius new moon. Sagittarius loves to tell stories. So this is the opportunity for you to tell your story. I love that. I love it. Beautiful. Okay, Taurus. I hope this was helpful. Okay. Geminis. And Mercury is still in Sag. It's also in Sag. So we have a lot of Sagittarian energy, as I mentioned. That's why I think this is more philosophical new moon, and I think we should all start questioning things and looking for answers more than some tangible things, right? So this is happening in your partnerships, in your partnership house. So there's something, maybe there's a new partners coming. Remember, I have to put Juno and Venus here, just because look how packed your seventh house is, Geminis. There's absolutely a great time to go, because you're very local. Gemini's like local pubs, your neighborhood, your friends, local friends. It's time to expand. You need to go beyond that. Think big. You can meet. This is not only romantic partnerships, but it's business, it's clients. Think about international. Think about big. Think about how do you say the world is your oyster, or is that something, or other way around? Um, Mercury is also in Sagittarius. Um, is asking you to ask the big questions, not just to collect data, because Geminis can be so into just information, data, news, blah 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 blah, but then they forget about what's the whole point of collecting data, what's the whole point of reading about this, just learning something and having information for the sake of it. It's not good enough. You need to understand why am I learning this, why do I need this information, is this information good enough for me, what is happening. I just want everybody to question why. So this for you Geminis, why am I, in these relationships? Why do I have these people? What is the meaning of it? Why do I need to be in a relationship? Okay, this a great opportunity to start many, many new things as well. Um, um, but think big, like committed things. This is so beautiful. Like if you are single and you want to start something new, it's time to go out there. Definitely, don't doubt yourself. As I said, this new moon is full of doubt and fears about ourselves. We're gonna, kind of having losing faith in ourselves and doubting ourselves. Don't. That's the whole point of it. We need to push through, and even if we feel, still do it. Okay, and yeah, I kind of feel that because everything is happening in the 10th house, this is more connected with your fears and your business partnerships, because Neptune is in the 10th house, and how, you want to be seen in the outside world. You want to be seen, but you kind of, you're kind of confused, or you're not having faith that that you can be competent enough. Like this is the Capricorn house, feeling that you are not competent enough to do things in life with others. There's another sense of that as well. I just feel that you kind of, I want you to go beyond the information and try to find deeper meaning in life in general. Okay. I put Persephone, and it's simplicity, rejuvenation, and the wish to balance. And I love this for Geminis because Persephone was she had to balance two worlds, and this is exactly what is happening. You also need to balance two worlds in this sense with this new moon. Um, I question, because Persephone was thorn between two relationships, one with her mother in the outside world and the other with Pluto in the underworld, right? And she kind of wanted to be a part of both. Um, she found some security even in with Pluto living in the underworld. It's a long story, but she found something there as well. So she was trying to balance both, to make Pluto happy and to make her mom happy. And this is something that is I see for you Geminis, making yourself happy and making your partners happy, and balancing that. But you need to question yourself, why are you in this relationship? What does this relationship gives you? Does it gives you pleasure? Does it gives you security? Does it give you friendship? What do you have from these relationships? Business ones, is it making you money if they're clients? Like what kind of things? You need to kind of question that. Okay. And I think from all the signs, you are the ones that can balance two worlds, because you have that two sides that can do that. Okay. So this Persephone gives me actually hope for you that you're going to be able to handle it. Okay, Cancers. So as I always say that every Cancer and every Leo, every lunations for them is special because they're ruled by, the moon and the sun. Um, this is another philosophical questioning about your everyday life and habits. So Why do you do so think about the sixth house. This is your everyday life. This is something that you do first thing in the morning, from brushing your teeth until going to bed. All your little routines, how you make your coffee, how what do you do every day? Where do you go to work? It's like everyday routine stuff, right? Something that keeps you in a flow and repetitive. It's very repetitive. It's about organizing your life. It's about your health, your life being, many things. It's a house of pets. It's a house of who you work with. It's the everyday interaction that you have, and what you do. Think about, why do you do these things? Why do you use this toothpaste and not the other one? Why do you drink this tea and not that tea? I know I'm going very extreme now, but it's important. So this is an opportunity to expand your knowledge about life being, about health, about your routines. Maybe you want to implement something new, maybe some exercise, but then you need to know, why am I exercising? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to just build muscles? Do you just want to feel that your body is moving, to feel better by movement? Like that, those are the questions. You need everything that you start for this new moon. You have to understand why you're doing it, not just because everybody else is doing. Oh, I want to try this diet, everybody else is doing this diet. No, that's not a good reason. As I mentioned at the beginning, it has to be connected with your inner beliefs, with your inner wishes, dreams, drives. Um, and for Cancer, this is definitely a great opportunity to reset, reset your everyday life, and align them to your what you believe in. Do you believe, some people, their dietary preferences, also stop being judgmental. I mentioned at the beginning, you need to stop being judgmental also about vegans, vegetarians. You eat meat, you don't eat meat, you are like this. Then we have all this judgment about people. This is also sixth house, judging people by what they eat, by the eating habits, by the exercising habits, by this and that. We need to stop doing that. Definitely need to stop doing that, and we need to be more open and help each other. And for Cancer, this is going to be a great opportunity to align, and also learn, why am I doing this, and stop judging others. I think this is the because with square to Neptune here, and Saturn, your own belief system, you're confused. What you believe is confused. Maybe there's a bunch of stuff happening in the ninth house that is making you feel like you're doubting the faith in you, and stuff, and then you're leaning to somebody else. Sometimes when we lose faith in ourselves, and when we are doubting ourselves, then we go and lean to somebody else's faith, and finding false gurus, and then we follow them, and they're going to save me, and stuff like that. So anyway, I don't want to go deeper into that, but this is a great opportunity for you to reset your everyday life, to have it more rich, more aligned with you. Okay. Ooh, Saturn. I pulled Saturn. Karma, control, and the wish to restructure. So there you go. So there you need to restructure everyday life based on what you believe, not what others believe, or not what other tells you it's good for you. Okay. And this is also everything that you start now is going to give, because this new moon is created Saturn. It's going to give you discipline. So you're going to be more focused and disciplined to persist in with what you start. Okay. And you're going to see results in the 9 months increments for this lunar family thing. Okay. It is going to be maybe hard, because you are usually driven by emotions, and then you just feel that you feel overwhelmed by the amount of things that you need to do. But just hang in there. I think Saturn, he always brings rewards after a hard work. Okay. Yeah. It's very also important, we are acting as authority to others, and we think that we know something. It's also very Sagittarian. We think that Sagittarians they can be dogmatic in that sense, right? And feeling that they are the measure of how people should act and do things, right? And they think they have authority over others in that sense, sometimes in the belief system. So this is taking your own authority back from others and having your own sovereignty. Okay, Fab said, we shouldn't let others' negative judgments define our self-worth or limit our potential. Instead, we must believe in ourselves and our dreams to overcome obstacles and achieve success. Hello from Canada. Hello from Canada as well. Where are you at? Where are you at in Canada? I'm in Niagara region. So it's nice to see another Canadian here. Oh, lovely. Okay. Leos. So this is also very important for Leos. Okay, Leos. This is a great thing for you, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's in your fifth house of creativity. It's a house that is in a trine to you, so it's like a more flowing energy. It's fiery. You understand fire. It's about passions and creativity and not having doubts and fears about your creativity or your self-confidence. Your self-confidence can be shaken down because it's creating Saturn and Neptune. You can be lost and confused and not knowing where you are. Um, but that's why it's even more important to lean maybe to more artistic projects, something that is coming from intuitive part of you, like definitely wake. I know I'm repeating myself, but definitely waking up your inner child. What am I questioning here? Because this is about beliefs. So if you have kids, it could be something questioning about, oh, do I believe my kid? Does my kid believe me? There's a relationship with kids' parents? Is there trust there? Is my kid, following my belief system? Should I let my kid have their own belief system? That's about a bunch of stuff there. It can be also, this is a house of fun and romance in a sense, and casual dating, and um, so you know if you are somebody who does a lot of casual has lots of casual relationships, always. So I just want to say to everybody, ask yourself, why are you doing this? If you're changing partners often, why am I changing partners often? If I cannot stick to somebody, why can I not? Do I need a committed relationships? Maybe I don't need it. Maybe I want to be free. Maybe I want to be single for this is also questioning, do you want to have kids? Do I want to have kids? This is also another thing here. um, Saturn and Neptune are squaring from the eighth house, so there can be some trauma and crises um, that happened before that make you feel that you are, because Leo, you always try to find validation from outside, and this is going to be definitely a situation that you are looking for validation outside instead of from inside. And do you know why it's very important for you not to look validation from outside? Is because are these people who you are looking to validate you and your creativity, are they aligned with your beliefs? Why do you want to be approved by you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to kind of question that now. Who do you really need appreciation from? Who do you need validation from? Actually, it's you. But sometimes, support is important. You want to share it. I know the legacy is very important for you, Leos. You want to share what you have done and created with the rest of the world, and you're generous and hearted. I'm just saying, you need to know why you're doing things. If you're just doing things to get an applause, it's not a good thing to do. Okay, there needs to be a deeper meaning, and there needs to be some deeper legacy there. Why you're doing things. Okay. um, okay, but it's a great opportunity to find joy and have some fun. I pulled Mars for you, so it's time to act. Passion, action, the wish to persevere. There's passion. Mars is very passionate planet. It's action oriented planet. So where is your passion? I think that is a question. Is it hidden in the eighth house with Neptune there? I think when Neptune goes into your ninth house, from February, you're going to be reborn. I think you're going to be definitely going to go free, because it's going to be connected to, to exploration, the world beyond here. But for now, for this new, because this new moon is very connected with what is happening in February as well. um, you need to act. You need to act on your passions and beliefs. Okay, so whatever you set intentions to, make sure you actually do something about it for the right reasons. That's the thing, for the right reasons. Virgos. Okay, where's Mercury? Also here. You have, so Virgos, you have packed fourth house. There's Venus there, there's Juno there. What is happening with your family, with your parents, with your current home? Is this all aligned? So, many Virgo risings, I have a Virgo rising, so I can attest to this, um, were brought up in a strong belief households. Okay, one way or another, whatever that belief system is. And because they were exposed to the strong beliefs from their early childhood, they kind of absorb that, and they live that, and they sometimes forget to question why do they even believe in that. So this is definitely a quest for your own beliefs and truth, and going beyond what you were brought up with. I'm not saying dismiss everything, but I'm saying understand why. You know, why do you believe? Just because your parents believe in that, it's not a good reason. As I mentioned, that's not a reason to believe in something. Just because this is, oh, I'm that nationality, my nationality is this, that is not a good reason. It has to be personal. It has to have meaning for your particular life. And I'm not gonna, I cannot emphasize this enough. Maybe because I'm questioning that at the moment, maybe because this is so highlighted in my chart. But it's a great opportunity to learn from your past. Where is this coming from? Learn about your ancestry. Understand why, understanding why these people have these beliefs can help you have your own. It's definitely, it's also about maybe just thinking you or like, why do you live here where you live? Why do I live in Niagara region, for example? Do I want to move? Do I want something to, is there a place in the world that it's more aligned, depending on the circumstances? Of course, everything is squared by Saturn and Neptune, so we need to keep it real in the sense that, Saturn is limiting our reality. Saturn, by this, is limit our circumstances in life are limited by Saturn. That's what I'm going to say. So sometimes, but also Saturn is making us make some of these things happen, actually, because if it's all in our heads, uh, and we don't do anything about it, and we are not changing our circumstances. If we expect something else that happens, it's also a Sagittarius problem, because it's very philosophizing sign. Sometimes we expect, um, many people say, "Oh, God will help me," or "God help you," or yet it doesn't work that way. In my opinion, it's something that we need to participate. I like what Frank Clifford says. I think he's quoting Brian Clark, the astrologer. It says you need to participate, not anticipate. So having help from divinity, from universe, from God, whatever you believe in, is only help. They're not going to do something for you or instead of you. That sense. So it's also here. If you want to change where you live, if ask yourself, why do I live here? What can I do to change that? There's a lot of other stuff that you can also question here. Great opportunity, maybe to make some deals. Maybe to, if you want to buy in the next 27 months, if you want to buy a new home, I think this is very good. Maybe go international. If you want to move to another country, I would also say it's a good opportunity, because there's Mercury there and Juno and Venus. They're all in Sag in the fourth house. So maybe buying a real estate outside where you live, also an opportunity. But the most important thing is here to have faith in you and don't doubt yourself. And sometimes it's hard to say, you know, many people, we see this through life, through movies, through everyday stories, to your stories, to stories of your friends and acquaintances, coming home, especially Christmas and holiday season, coming home and telling your family, I'm different from you in whatever, I believe in this and that. It's hard to say it. It's hard to, because you're afraid of judgment. We're afraid of abandonment. We're afraid of different things. But we need to find the courage to be ourselves, because if you're not brave enough to be ourselves, what's the point? What's the point? Why are we even here? See, I'm definitely using the Sagittarian energy to think about that is the thing. Okay. Before I start preaching, let's go forward. A Libra. See, definitely. Oh, I love this. Libras. You are also ruled by Venus in Sagittarius, very close to this new moon. Double whammy for you in your third house of communication, of expressing yourself. This is also a house of commerce and trade and mobility. And I think it's time to speak up, right? That's what basically is. So, because Libras, they're often accused of being people pleasers or having difficulty with saying no, and because of that, people don't know what you stand for, right? And because you agree with everybody, so sometimes people are asking about what are you really stand for. So it's time to actually say what you stand for. Yeah, this is happening. You need to be true to yourself and and you don't have to agree to everybody. This is also stop saying yes to everybody. Oh yeah, I think it's very important. On a more mundane level, if you want to buy a vehicle or some kind of mobile device, or if you just want to start writing or expressing yourself, and maybe it's easier to write things instead of saying it. Sometimes when you're confronted in one-on-one situations, maybe it's hard for you to do it. I understand that, but then maybe you can write a note and say it by written word. I pulled a Mercury for you, which is interesting because this is all happening in a Gemini house, which is ruled by Mercury. Travel, communication, and wish to adapt. So, and wish to adapt is also very Libra-like, Um, I just feel that you need to question, why are you communicating the way? Maybe if you really need peace in your life and you don't like to confront others, uh, maybe saying yes to everybody is giving you peace that you really need. And maybe you believe that people should be just nice to each other, and but it needs to be aligned with what you really believe. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if you are a people pleaser, like, why is that a bad thing? If you want to please others, if you want to help others, why is that a bad thing, right? So, but you need to know why you're doing it, why you're saying yes to everybody. That's my point. That's maybe whatever you do, the way you express yourself. And this is actually great because there's Venus is there, your ruler, and Juno is there. So maybe you want to make some connections with your neighbors, or maybe there's a reconnecting thing with your siblings, or maybe you were saying yes to siblings way too long, but you don't agree with them. There's a lot of stuff like that here. Okay. So even if you're saying yes, you need to know why you're doing it. That's the point here. But it's an opportunity to express yourself in a way that that you want to be heard. What do you want to how you want to be heard? Okay, Scorpios. I'm going to repeat the same thing for Scorpios as I did for Taurus, because I think it's very important that you ask the same questions. Um, and I'm going to repeat it again. It's in a money house. So again, I'm going to repeat these three questions that I wrote down the other day. What does money mean to you? What are your beliefs, hopes, and fears around money? And what do you see as money's role in society? Uh, and this is from one of the lectures I had in my LSA studies. And maybe you can do this experiential exercise for this new moon because it's happening in your second house of values, money, possessions. So it says, think about your net worth. Uh, right now. Think about what is your net worth, not in a dollar sense, but how much money you have in the bank, your loans, your income, your money you have available. What can you sell and make some cash? Um, as many money you've earned or are in the process of earning, include money tied up in property, business, or future inheritance as well. This is an exercise for you, Scorpios. I like that because it is about your beliefs and about money, what is happening. Um, it's a great opportunity for you to earn more money. So think about, why are you earning money this way and not that way? Why is money coming this and not that way? So think about this. I know it's a philosophical, but I said it's a philosophical new moon, and then we need to philosophize a lot about why are we doing things, because we are so like robots on demand. We're just repeating things, doing things without thinking why, and it's time to stop and think about why. Also, Mars, your ruler, is in the third house, and you know. It's about contracts, and also it's Gemini. It's about selling and buying. See, selling connection. So there is also, it could be a lot about that. So I think that exercise that I told you, think about uh, your possessions can help you a lot. Ooh, Athena, Palace Athena, wisdom, strategy, and a wish to lead. So there is some wisdom in the way you think, and you can use strategy here. I love it. Think about long-term strategy, and which strategy you're going to use to make money, to earn money. It's Sagittarius. Remember, um, there is a Neptune and Saturn coming from the fifth house, which means you can take even some things more serious that are your creative stuff and actually make it real. So there's like a sense of making money from your creative projects as well here. Okay, uh, it's important that you choose a wise strategy here. Pallas Athena is very objective. She is neutral. She doesn't have any feelings involved when she's making decisions. For Scorpio rising, it can be hard because you are very emotionally intense, and sometimes then you you see possessions and things and money as something um, that is. That is connected with intimacy, and it is connected with deeper bond and trust. So try to be more objective, and um, and see why do you feel like that? Why do you need money for? Like all the things that I ask. A lot of because Mars is in the third house, it can be some answers might come from your environment, local environment, or maybe if you have siblings or neighbors, there might be some kind of answers. Maybe your neighbors want to buy a piece of your land that you have nearby, or think about that, or they want to buy something, or maybe you want to offer them something that you don't need. They want to buy off from you, or stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that you need to kind of have a big picture of. Um, Nevertheless, you might feel also a lot of low self worth here, or doubting yourself, or questioning yourself. Be brave, and second house is also talents. It's about our talents and abilities. So, what talents are we using to earn money, to generate income? So think about that as well. What talents that you disregard, or because somebody told you, oh, you can't make money with that, blah blah blah. Somebody else's beliefs, you cannot make money with that, stop you from doing that. That's one of the things. So Imagine how many things we do in life that are influenced by other people's opinions and judgments, and and then we kind of accept that as truth, which is not our truth. Okay, Sagittarius. Okay, guys, this is your new moon. You know, this is your new moon. Okay. First of all, it's in the 28 degrees, almost 29. You need to close one chapter to start a new one. It's in your first house. It's all about you. It's about who you are and how you approach life. And because your ruler is in the eighth house, you need to dig deep. And sometimes you don't want to be. You just want to go without thinking, exploring the world, having fun. And digging deep is too hard. You don't feel like doing it. But you need to. And there's going to be a lot of stress coming from your family, home. Look, there's Saturn and Neptune in the fourth house, putting pressure on you. This is once in a year opportunity for you to start fresh, and think about what drives you, what beliefs drive you forward. Why are you, like, literally, from dressing up? This is the first house, just an example. Why am I dressing like this? Is it because society expects me to dress like this, or because I love it? Is it aligned with me? Like, this is like a very simple example, but you need to go through all of that. Why do I approach life like this? Is it based on my beliefs? Is it on my values, or is it something that you just inherit from others? Usually, Sag risings and Sagittarius people are very open. They're very understanding of their beliefs, and they're kind of they rarely accept other people's. So that's good. But there's always something from our childhood and our past that we have it kind of deeply rooted in us. With this Jupiter here in Cancer in the eighth house is asking you to look for from the deep rooted hidden things that you are not even aware that you are doing things because of them. That's what I feel. So, great opportunity to reset yourself, reset your beliefs, reset your values, to start over, to have a brand new leaf. With Saturn, Neptune coming in your fifth house next in February, there's going to be explosion of new creative ideas, of new things that you can start doing. I think you're going to have a lovely next year. Because it was hard for the mutables and blacks in the last 3-4 years with Neptune, Saturn, Pisces. It was hard, but there's a new beginning starting. But you need to reset. You have kind of like a 2 months period of resetting yourself, and aligning yourself and understanding why you're approaching life the way you are. Okay. I pulled Pan, anxiety, resourcefulness, and wish to live. So this is more like a Virgo energy. Pan, he was very creative. The only thing he had issues with is in anxiety. So sometimes oh, I want to say something. Juno is here. I want you to commit to yourself. So Juno is about commitment, and it's in your first house. You need to commit to yourself because you need freedom. You're a freelancer anyway. You need the freedom to explore the world. But as long as you're committed to yourself, to your goals, to your beliefs, there's going to be no room for anxiety. It is, this is very resourceful energy. He was very resourceful. So you might feel like an outsider sometimes, like Pan did. Uh, but if you're aligned with who you are, then who cares? You know. But you need to question why. Why? Why am I doing this? Why? 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 This is the number one question. for everybody. Okay, let me do this. I have to go pick up my son in school. Okay, Capricorns. Your friend Saturn is here. Look, my dear Capricorns, Saturn and Neptune are coming in your fourth house. You are going to have lots of things happening soon. But for now, this is a beautiful way to finish things. Um, this is going to be more on a subconscious level. What I like about this is that you can turn your melancholy, because you can feel depressed and melancholic with this Saturn squaring Sun, the new moon. You can definitely, especially your 12th house, you might feel more isolated, alone, depressed, melancholic. Yeah, because people forget that Capricorns are Earth signs, and they are actually very receptive. There's this yin energy. Although they're very determined, and they look like they're very yang, assertive, but actually they're receptive. And there's some hidden gentleness in Capricorns, and this can be pretty hard because you won't understand what's going on, because you're very grounded, you're very down to earth, realistic sign, and this is all happening in some other realms. What is your belief system? What are you? You need to, you're very goal oriented. This has to be materialized. It has to be seen as something is happening. So what I would suggest, I know it can be hard, but actually journaling, because Saturn is in the third house, it can be very constructive to put your words somewhere, your dreams, and even going and reaching out and doing some therapy or some kind of hypnotic stuff or something, 12th house, doing some yoga or going to some kind of retreat, or thinking, 12th house is a mystery house. It's a house we cannot grasp. It's a house of the unknown, of something that is bigger and than all of us. It's a part of the collective. It's a part of unconscious. It's hidden. It's not available for us to grasp when we need it. So Capricorns definitely might feel lost more than others in this sense. Neptune is also here squaring it. So that's why you need to let it go. And the 12th house is also kind of a house of spirituality, or some other stuff. So you can question, you can explore the unconscious to find an answers why you do things the way you do. Why do you believe the things that you believe? And I would highly suggest that you journal things down, because it's going to crystallize later. Maybe things that don't make sense now, that come through your dreams or through communication or something, it's going to be crystallized later. You're going to say, oh, that's what's happening. That's what I learned. You didn't know. I think this is new moon that the hardest is going to be for Capricorns, because just of the nature of the Capricorn and where the new moon is falling in the chart. So I do feel you're going to struggle the most with understanding what is this all about. A lot of doubt, a lot of fear here with Saturn square, in understanding the unknown. But then lean to intuition, I said. Lean to some kind of journaling, writing. It's a holiday season anyway. So for the next couple of weeks, contemplate more about this. Less work and more reflection time and understanding, how to move forward. I pulled Uranus for you, which is very interesting, because maybe this new moon will shake you up in a way, because it's touching the things that you're not familiar with. You're not familiar with the 12th house or the Neptunian energy, or even the Sagittarius uncommitted exploration of life, without any, material goals. So this is very, this maybe new moon really needs to shake you up, and maybe you really need to change something. Maybe you're going to realize that achievement is an ambition is not the only thing that is important in life for you. If it is, good. As I said, it's not about changing who you are. It's about admitting to yourself who you are. It's about aligning your life to who you really are. If it's important for you to have achievements, thank you. Then do it. Achieve. Have a goal, and achieve something that makes you feel good. Yes. Okay. Oh, thank you, Captain Fabian, for being. Oh, thank you for being a breath of fresh air and always inspiring to break from the mundane and embrace the extraordinary. A Canadian Sagittarius. I love that. Oh, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your nice words. Yes. Okay, Capricorn. So maybe from chaos and from the unknown things, something beautiful will be born. Okay. So don't be afraid of doing things the other way. If you wanted to, that's what I'm saying. It's very important. If you know, you need to understand why you're doing this. Why do I need to have results? Why do I need to have goals? Why do I need to achieve this? Is it because to impress my parents, or is it because I have a sense of accomplishment that makes me happy? Okay, that's important. It's always important why are we doing things, the motivation for this new moon Sagittarius. Okay. Aquarius. Okay, I'm gonna pull Uranus as well. My dear Aquarius, what can I tell you? It's very interesting to have a new moon in the house of long-term wishes and dreams and hopes for the future. so Aquarius is very proud to be unique, but it's also very proud to be a part of a tribe. Aquarius is very proud to know a lot of things and to tell others about what they know, but it's also very proud of helping others and humans and humanity and environment, lots of things. So again, as I told everybody, I'm going to tell you as well. Why are you hanging out? Like, why do you have these friends that you have? Why are you part of these groups that you are? Is it because something you think you need to do because of some things that somebody else told you, or because your friend is there, so you're going to go there as well? Just because it's not a reason. It's not a reason to be a part of the group just because your best friend is part of that group, if you do not believe in that cause. So finding which causes you truly believe in, you really want to change the world, what is aligned with that? This is actually an amazing opportunity, because it's in your house. It's in your 11th house of changing the future for humans and humanity in little things, right? It's about Uranus is still in the 4th house, so there might be feeling rebellion from your family and shaking things up, and you might not feel that you have enough resources to start something. This can happen with this Saturn square here, and Neptune is here, so kind of feeling that you don't have enough resources, or that your self-worth can be a little bit low as well. But the point of this new moon is to question if you are already involved in something, or you want to be involved in something. Why are you involved in that? Okay, look at that. I pulled the Vulcan. Diligence, humility, and the wish to forge. It's very Virgo-like energy, this Vulcan. And diligence, do the due diligence of your beliefs, or what you are. With Aquarius, I love Aquarius. They are so out there in the world. They're so in front of us. Like Sagittarius, they explore the world around us, but Aquarius explores the world beyond us. Like it's something in unimaginable. Okay, something so futuristic, something so innovative. They are so out there that we cannot sometimes follow all these Aquarians, right? And so their beliefs are based on something that we can not even comprehend in a sense, right? So they're also not so keen on taking other people's beliefs on themselves. I think Sagittarius and Aquarius are the ones that are the least keen to take on somebody else's opinions as their own. But like everybody else, we were brought somewhere in some country with some family, and because Aquarius energy is very influenced by friendships, so sometimes they do what their friends are doing, and that's the reason. And now it's time to question that. Is that really the real right reason? If it is the right reason, that's fine. If you just want to be with your friend, that's okay. But if something, if something inside of you tells me, oh, this is not right, oh, this is not, then it's not right. And you always have to listen to that inner voice. This is like a hardworking energy. So if you put some hard work energy in, you can have a very prosperous. If you have faith in yourself, if you don't doubt yourself, you can have a very prosperous future, long term future, with this new moon in the 11th house. 11th house is beautiful because it's also making money. A house of making money from your career. So there's like a lot of, you know, and oh yes, I don't forget about Venus and Juno here. Connections, networking, online, all over the place. Reaching the aliens, everything. Look at that. You just need to put some hard work in it. Beautiful. This is, you can start something really really nice, but you need to know why you're doing it. Otherwise, it won't work. It won't work. Okay, and we have Pisces. Last but not least, maybe a Pisces. I know. Look at that. Look at all this stuff here. So nice. We're gonna have Jupiter here. I'm gonna put Neptune as well. My dear Pisces, all the mutables are very affected. It's going to be very seen what's going to happen. Because you have a tendency to escape the world, this real world, and go into your own world. It's very this new moon is actually going to keep you on your toes, because you can easily be drawn to other people's beliefs. You can be easily drawn to, because you kind of feel other people, so you're like a sponge. You take over. You're like a chameleon, you know. Everybody you encounter with, you kind of take over their feelings, their beliefs, and they're, like a sponge. So it's very important that you, first of all, lean on your intuition and your gut. Take time away from others and cleanse from other people's opinions, other people's beliefs, other people's energies, other people's emotions. You need to kind of definitely. This is an opportunity to do that, to understand who you are, because this is very connected with the how people see you in the world. It's how you promote yourself and advertise and market, and it's about your career, your visibility in the world. So do you want to be, you want to be seen as authentic you, okay? You want to be seen as somebody, who you really are. Look at that. I can't believe this, but I pulled Jupiter for you. How aligned is that? Jupiter is your ruler. Liberation, opportunity, and to wish to expand. So there is an opportunity for you to definitely expand your career, expand your visibility in the world. There's a Jupiter in the fifth house through artistic, creative projects. There's many lovely things you can do. I just feel that you're gonna because with the Saturn and Neptune in the first house, you definitely might feel that not feeling good enough to do it, or not feeling that you can do it, or just being confused, or just not start doing it. There could be a lot of opportunities in the world, and then you just don't do anything about it. So Jupiter is telling me here that there's a abundance and growth for you if you actually do something, and this can generate a lot of great things for you. Yeah. So Pisces. I think this is a great new moon for you. Just let go of fears and doubts, and Saturn squaring this new moon from your first house. You need to take things a little bit more serious. If you want to achieve something. So that's the thing. But if you don't want to achieve anything, also good. So depending on what you want to do with this, as I mentioned, it's okay if you just want to daydream, and if you just want to be an artist, it's okay. It's okay if you don't have big aspirations and ambitions. That's all okay. But as long as is this really aligned with you, like why you're doing this, whatever you do now, this is very affecting what you do in the world and how people see you. Just ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? What is the reason? Why? Okay. There's some great things happening. Look, there's like you had all these grand water trines happening between this beautiful first, ninth, and fifth house that were happening the last couple of months. That if you got aligned with your intuition and with your inner things, this new moon can actually bring a lot of, if you manifest it through those things, I think this new moon can really actually make things happen for you, like actually concrete things in the world. People see you, for what you are. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to finish for today. Thank you all for joining today. I really appreciate your support and everything that you do. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're not, it helps the word of astrology in the world. If you want to book a reading, my website is Jasmina Brozovic, astrology.com. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you. Have a happy new moon in Sagittarius. Question everything. So the point of this new moon is to understand why are we doing things the way, how we do it, and to stop being so judgmental of people who are doing it the other way. So that would be my message for this new moon. Happy holidays. I will be back in January. I think I'm going to do a couple of short videos, maybe. I have 2 topics that I want to cover, but nevertheless, it's going to be later. Have a happy holiday season. Peace, love, kindness, and acceptance. And Happy New Year. And I'll see you soon.